Welcome back to Canard Boulevard. I have some news. So I alluded to this at the end of my last video that I had some fairly significant news to share, and this is the video where I share it. If there's been one constant in all the videos that I produced that show me flying out of my airport here, it's that people are saying, wow, you need to be finding a different airport. And that's true. I mean, the airport here is not well suited for this airplane. It's got a short runway with very tall obstructions on either end. The runway is in bad shape. And the condition of that runway directly resulted in a scary takeoff, which I've put up here a link to, description of, and I'll show you actually what happened on that takeoff. So, the problem is that hangar availability across the entire United States is nil. It's almost zero. So there are no available hangars. Nobody's building hangars. The hangars that are there are taken, and people don't tend to leave them. They tend to have airplanes for many, many years, and they stay in those hangars. If you remember my original story about this airplane, I wasn't actually planning to buy this for another year or so. However, the perfect airplane came up, I bought it, and then I had to scramble to find an airport with an available hangar to put it in. It just so happened that the airport that is closest to my house, which is this one, happened to have, well, not right away, but a month later, a hangar came available at this airport, just by chance, and I just happened to luck into it. So that was great. I have a place now to put my airplane, but it's not the ideal airport. It's not well lit. It has some night lighting, but no PAPI, no VASI, no guidance in. The rotating beacon works sometimes, but not usually. There is runway lighting, but it fails frequently. There's no way I'm going to come here at night because especially there's trees, huge trees that are invisible in the pitch blackness, and with no approach slope guidance coming in to take you over those trees, it's not going to happen. So not coming in here at night, especially when I have to actually skim those trees in order to get down fast enough and to be able to have enough runway to land and stop on. I should also mention while I'm talking about the runway that I did have discussions with the owner of the airport here, and he is not willing to resurface the runway. He went ahead and sealed the runway, which will help prevent further deterioration, but it is definitely not going to improve what is already there, which is bad enough that I'm worried about damage to the airplane. And it's obviously just not as safe as it could be. So that's another reason why this prompted me to leave, is because it's clear that the owner of this privately owned airport is not invested in improving the runway, because he just wants to keep it at the status quo and doesn't really want to spend much more money. The plan has always been to find a better airport at some point that is better suited for this airplane, but I knew that the waiting lists for hangars are years long, so I have had feelers out to airports in the entire area in hopes that if one comes up, maybe someone will call me and I'll find out. I've repeatedly called the airports just to check and make sure that maybe a hangar hasn't come available, and so not much luck. Until this week. Just out of utter chance, and I'm not going to actually go into the story because I don't want to jinx it, but I do have a new hangar at a new airport. The hangar is nowhere near as nice as this one. This is a really nice hangar. It's not too old. The doors are in really good shape. Nice poured concrete floor. Nice walls. It's clean. It's well lit. I put the lights into it. But it's in good shape. It's a really nice hangar. New hangar, not so nice. It's a paved asphalt floor. It's old. The floor is pretty wavy. The doors are in really rough shape. It takes a lot of work to get them open and closed, and they do need some repair. It's definitely a lot older, a lot dirtier, which obviously I can clean. And it does not have the nice walls. I'm going to put up some OSB walls like I have in here, and we'll try to make it as nice as possible. But it's a hangar. and it's at a new airport. And the new airport has 2 runways, a north, south, and east, west. That's important because the runway here is north, south only, and for the most part, the prevailing winds in this area are from the west. So you almost always have a crosswind. As it is today, I was going to go flying today, and I've got a 90-degree crosswind on the runway that exceeds my crosswind component, so I can't even fly my airplane out of here today. That won't be a problem at the new airport because the long runway, which is 3,600 feet, is east-west, and then they have a north-south runway as well. No obstructions at either end. They have lighting at night. And so I have PAPI at the end of every, which is the precision approach path indicator, lights to show you your glide slope. So I have that on every runway, lighted, and we have instrument approaches. No instrument approaches here at all, and the new airport has instrument approaches, which is fantastic. So now I can do some instrument work, get instrument current again, because I am not instrument current. So that's a plan for probably the new year. So I'm going to move my airplane there. The plan is tomorrow to clean out my hangar, take all my stuff, all my tools, shells, everything out of my hangar and load it up into a truck and move it to the new hangar. And then if the weather cooperates this weekend, I will take my plane and fly it over to the new airport, which is 1 Gulf 5 in Medina, Ohio. Medina is about twice the distance from my house, so this is about a 10-minute drive to get from my house to this airport. Medina is about a 20-minute drive, so not terrible. It's a little bit farther, a little less convenient, but much better airport. It means like on beautiful, sunny, blue sky days like today when I could go flying, and I can't because of crosswind limitations, I can go flying. So that's a huge benefit. I can fly places and I don't have to make sure that I'm going to have to be back before dark because I know I can get into my airport. Here, I've always had to really watch my flight times and my departure times and ETAs and winds and everything to make sure that I get back here before dark because I'm not landing here in the dark. The new airport, no problem. I'll land there in the dark, no problem at all. So let's, through the magic of time-lapse, jump to tomorrow. And we'll start taking apart the hangar and loading up the truck and heading over to the new hangar.
Day 2.
I've only been here in this hangar for 7 months, and I'm pretty surprised with just how much stuff I've got in here. So I have my assistant Lily here. It's my daughter who I cajoled into helping me pack everything up, and she really, honestly, she did most of the work.
So goodbye to Columbia Airport. I am leaving my lights up here. Here's Lily, my helper. And here's my hangar.
So here's the Columbia Airport hangar, now completely empty. At the new airport, started first by unloading all the junk and garbage that had been left behind in the hangar and tossing it out on the grass, and then started moving all the stuff in. I had bought some OSB sheets to cover up on the walls because it looked terrible, and now I have something to actually fasten things to. While I was doing that, Lily started moving all the stuff in out of the truck. And without me even realizing it, she then took all the garbage, which included concrete blocks and all kinds of chunks of steel, and all that stuff we tossed out on the grass and loaded that into the truck so that we could take it to the dump. I put up all my electronics. This is the remote switched heat for the airplane, and then we packed up, put the door shut, and there's how we left it that day. Not unpacked, but inside the hangar.
Day 3.
So welcome to the next day, and
We have a broken ceiling that is much, much, much lower than the 5,000 foot overcast ceiling that was forecast, so we won't be flying the plane today. However, we will go over to the airport and finish up cleaning up and organizing the new hangar. So Medina, the new airport, was actually having their grand opening for the new management on this day. So I went in and met a whole bunch of people in management. I met people from the city. They are really going all out in trying to make this airport a success. They have a $7 all-you-can-eat buffet breakfast for fly-in pilots every Saturday morning. So if you want a good meal with, and I'm talking really good food for $7, fly into One Gulf 5. You can see the airport grounds are really well taken care of. It's really just a beautiful hangar airport with just so much potential. There is a life flight helicopter that lives here, and they're staffed 24/7 on call. So this was just arriving from a call, coming back. Here is the master plan for the future of the airport. They've already purchased the land in blue, and the plan is to extend the east-west runway by another 445 feet, making it a full 4,000 feet long. Going to be building new hangars, a new apron, new fuel farm, quite a bit of new. It's really great to see them sinking money into improving the airport. So I came back over to the hangar and just started unpacking and setting up. This was hours and hours of work compressed into this time lapse here. You can see I set up all my wires and unpacked all my boxes. And I brought over a new set of lights to put into this hangar because, and then of course, I have met a lot of the neighbors. I had to come and check out their planes, so that kind of delayed me. But that happened several times where I had neighbors to visit and meet. So I got the new lights installed and set up, and these are just some cheap Amazon high bay lights, but they provide enough light that you can work on the airplane, which is good. Alright, so the hangar is pretty much ready. I have lights, a little bit of dust in here because I just swept out the floor. All my stuff and tools, everything is set, ready to go. I need a little more organizing here, but I kind of need another shelf. I'm out of space, so maybe I'll put another one back there. But other than that, we're ready. Weather has actually picked up a bit. I could probably bring the plane over today, but I think I'm out of time. So we'll go ahead with the plan to do it tomorrow. So that's it for Saturday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Day 4.
So the owner here said that he is building a barn to house goats because he wants, instead of paying to have the grass cut here, he's going to have goats wandering around on the airport to take care of the grass.
Norwalk traffic 27 Romeo Kilo is
that gives you
final for 0 Norwalk.
That gives you an idea of the mindset here is spend as little money as possible, and that's why the airport is in the shape that it is, unfortunately.
Hey Jim, where are you going? Oh, okay, I'm going over to Norwalk to get some fuel. I just flew right past. Now. Order traffic, Warrior 958. Come into downwind for runway 22. Order. Auto traffic, Cherokee 90269 left crosswind for 20 Watchers.
Alright, can't be lost, transponder. Halt. Throttle, okay, magneto. And we're ready to go. Columbia traffic, November 797 Delta Lima, departing 18. Alright, there's 2300. Everything's in the green. And away we go.
420 Watford.
Making good power. Airspeed's along 5660, and that's rotated 65. And away we go. A little bit of trim back. Gear up.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
I am pulling up.
To Victor for the northeast, bound 610.
Wow. OAT is 50 degrees, and this thing's climbing like a rocket.
Partner.
This is 1,700 feet per minute. Everything's still in the green. Looking good.
Going traffic 685 Whiskey, turning left base, runway 10 on the walk.
Is that a bird?
Downwind runway 33 over the end of runway 33.
Columbia traffic, November 797 Delta Lima, departing to the south.
The traffic Cherokee 90269, turning left base 420 Watford.
And there is traffic everywhere. Guy right there, 400 feet above me. I'm going down a little bit. Three above, two above, one above. I got traffic all over the place here. Alright.
Over.
Man, I've never seen so many planes in the air here. This is crazy. There's that guy over there, 200 feet below me. Like dogfighting up here, there's so much traffic. Alright, now we can turn back in towards Medina.
Intel traffic, 266 Charlie, turn final, 04, Nashville.
Okay, gears down, make sure the fast switches, everything looks good. Nope, happy.
Traffic, 9 Gulf Bravo, clear of 9 Medina.
Knots, a little bit of power.
Diamond traffic 0723 Sierra Delta, turn left base, runway 9, full stop, Medina.
And 83, we got made here. Power out. Brake up and rotate.
Diamond traffic 0723 Sierra Delta, turn
How's the brake? Gear up.
9 Medina, full stop.
back, slow down.
Romeo, turn extended, final for runway 9. I'll be number 2, Medina.
Got it made. I'm gonna bring the rudders out to lose some speed. And there we go. Going around. Speed brake up. That looks good. A little fast, pull the power back. Gears in the green. And we're floating because we're fast. Oh, a little bit of a balloon. There we go. And speed brake up. A little bit of braking.
Traffic 739er Tango Delta, back taxi in runway 9 for departure.
That taxiway, and burn out my... United traffic, November 797 Delta Lima is clear, runway 9.
And if you look over to the left, you'll see a truck there with some guys sitting around drinking some beer. And those were my neighbors that I met the day before, and they were standing there watching me land. And as you can see now, they know I'm taxiing in, so they're coming over to say hi and check out the airplane. And everybody just, this airport is so friendly and nice, and the whole time I was there, I met so many nice people. I'm really thrilled to be at this airport. So here's my airplane in its new home, the new hangar. It's a little bit smaller, definitely not as nice as the old one, but the airport more than makes up for it. And of course, I'm on a list for one of the new beautiful hangars that they have, and they are continuing to build new ones. In fact, the hangar rows that I am in, that are the older ones, they have plans to at some point tear those down and rebuild them with new ones. So it's great to see lots of money and effort being put into developing the airport, and I couldn't be more thrilled that I'm here. That's it for this video. If you like what you saw, please click like, subscribe, leave a comment below if you have any questions, suggestions, or comments, and please do subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out when you do that. All right, thanks for watching.